Welcome to the top 5 scariest horror movie characters based on true events.
There was a crooked man, he went a crooked mile. He found a crooked sixpence against a crooked stile. He bought a crooked cat, which caught a crooked mouse, and they lived together in a little crooked house.
This old nursery rhyme dating back to the 19th century may seem innocent at first, but like many folk tales, it has its darker side. The crooked man is believed to have originated from an old English proverb, symbolising political change and instability. Some trace its roots back to the 19th century, connecting it to Scotland's King Charles and a deal made with the Scottish rebels. But over time, the rhyme took on a life of its own and become something more sinister. In a modern horror, the crooked man has transformed from a simple rhyme into a terrifying legend. His distorted, allignated figure, unnatural movements, and eerie grin have made him one of the most unsettling supernatural entities in recent horror cinema.
Crooked family and laugh the crooked laugh.
An excellent day for an exorcism.
Panned by critics and hailed by audiences as one of the greatest horror films ever made, William Friedkin's The Exorcist is a classic that always finds its way onto the screens of viewers during Halloween seasons. While the terrifying plot of The Exorcist may seem far-fetched, but the film was actually inspired and based on a real-life exorcism of Ronald Doe. The 14-year-old boy, when he was reported to have begun experiencing supernatural phenomenon in his cottage in the city MD in his hometown in 1949. Similar to the Chris and The Exorcist, Ronald's family turned to the Jesuit priests for the help over the course of 2 months. Father William Bowden performed between 20 and 30 exorcisms on Ronald, who eventually was rid of his possession and healed of his anguish. During those 2 months, Boward also assisted by Father Walton Horan, Father Edward Hughes, and Father Raymond Bishop. The Washington Post reported that the possession ended up following 20 to 30 rituals after the boy broke into a violent tantrum of screaming and cursing. The real story of the haunted Annabelle doll begins back in the 1970s in America. In 1970, a mother purchased a vintage raggedy doll named Annabelle as a birth gift for her daughter Donna. Little did they know that the innocent-looking doll would soon become the source of both fascinating and terror. To get weird soon after. Supposedly Annabelle started to move mysteriously around Donna's apartment.
Go! Go!
Wes Craven's 1984 slasher film centers on a killer who stalks his prey while they sleep. In an interview with Vulture in the film's 30th anniversary, the late Craven shared that the film's premise was inspired by newspaper articles from the Los Angeles Times about a young male Southeast Asian refugees who died in their sleep. Many men would reportedly refused to sleep because of the nightmares that they feared would lead to death. With a total of 26 men dying in their sleep in 1981, this would lead to the plot for this all-time scary classic.
Thing is just a dream. I take back every bit of energy I gave you.
I'm not doing it.
Meet John Wayne Gacy. This character was the inspiration for the 1960-made film It. This man was one of your genuine monsters. His conviction for the 33 murders then covered the most homicides in United States legal history. Gacy was sentenced to death on March 13, 1980. He was executed by lethal injection at Stateville Correctional Center.
I'll drive you crazy and I'll kill you all.
This concludes our top 5 scariest horror film characters based on true life people and events. If you like this content, you like the scare, you like the fright, please like and subscribe to the channel.